when I was serving with Elder Shevchenko, we had an area that was it was a very small area, and the missionaries had been there for a long time, and it was just a smaller city, and everybody in the city knew the missionaries. And so it was difficult to attract and to find people. And I remember, there was kind of a set schedule in that city where, the weekly activity with the youth was on one night, and we would go play sports with them usually. And there was English on another night where we would teach English classes. And the sports activities during the summer fell on the night of our preparation day. And so, the sports night would start at 7 o'clock, and our preparation day we would, be done around 5 or 5:30 or 6, and have eaten dinner, and then we would, go out and tract or try and teach a lesson for an hour, and come back home and, go to the sports night, and that would pretty much end our night. And I remember Elder Shevchenko, who had been in the area, was saying, I think that on preparation day we're not doing enough, that the 1 hour isn't enough. We should be doing more on preparation day. And I was kind of like, well, it's like our day off. Like, I don't think we really need to. And he was really good about saying, we could maybe take some time in the morning and go out and talk to people and either have lessons or, contact people on the street. And so that's what we did, for 2 or 3 hours every morning. We would go and talk to people on the street on preparation day, and then we'd go buy our groceries and come home and eat lunch and then study. And, I was okay with it. I didn't think that, it was going to do miracles because, just more time contacting people. Seemed like it wasn't having a great effect. But I remember one morning that we went out and we were talking to people, and it was just about time to go start buying groceries, and we were going to start heading towards the grocery store. And, we were just talking to people, and we were handing out pamphlets to people, and we gave one to a guy and just talked to him for a minute and then walked off. And he started kind of yelling at us. He wasn't like really upset, but he seemed drunk. And so we were kind of hesitant to go back and talk to him, because you don't always want to talk to, drunk people, because they could be really upset or mean or sometimes violent. So we were a little bit hesitant, but we ended up going back and talking to him. And it was really a neat experience for us. It was something that I had never experienced up to that point in my mission. And he almost started to cry, and he said, I have made a lot of mistakes in my life and I need to change. He said that he was an alcoholic and he had a lot of problems. He said that his wife had just left him, had took their 13-year-old son, and that he was in despair kind of, and he didn't want to lose anything more, and he really wanted to turn his life around. And we saw it as a great opportunity to help him, and we told him that we have a program that can help him, so he could quit drinking and hopefully turn his life back around. It was a program that we had offered. There were 12 steps to quit drinking or smoking or to quit an addiction, any addiction. And we started those with him. And I remember the first few times he came and he was drunk. He came to church, and we were so excited about that, but he was drunk. And so we really tried to work hard with him and helping him to overcome that challenge for him. And eventually he did. My companion and I were transferred out of the area a few weeks after we had met him. But the missionaries kept working with him, and eventually he was baptized. And, he had turned his life around. And it was a great opportunity for us to see, as we put in hard work, that Heavenly Father is going to bless us. And I think that was something that Elder Shevchenko understood, and that he taught me, was that, sometimes we need to go above and beyond what we're asked to do, and that will help us gain more of the trust of the Lord, and He'll bless us even more greatly.